can't move the pocket, part 2. I decided that there's some more comments, some more thoughts that I want to add to that first video that are important. And I'd just like to start off by saying I have a clear path here of this object ball to that corner pocket. And the typical way that this is taught, the conventional way, is that you line up this ball to, from a ghost ball manner, contact point manner, to the center of the pocket. Now the problem with this is because when you're aiming with spheres and you step over here to the side, now you've lost this line. You've lost this line because when you're aiming sphere to sphere, you cannot aim the center of the cue ball directly at that contact point, so you're in a guessing situation. Yeah, if you shoot a lot of shots, thousands and thousands and upwards toward 1,000,000 or whatever, you're going to get pretty good at assessing that, but nonetheless, it is a guess. So that's your problem with aiming this way. And if you're learning to aim that way, you're doing it the wrong way, period. Because there's enough objectivity on these spheres that will allow you to connect with right angles. Now, I'm going to go ahead and close this curtain here. And before we go any further, I want to show you my spread that I did right before I set this up. I took 10 different random positions and took my laser and just aimed it under the curtain. Here, 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 and here. So I did 10 of those. And here's what my spread looked like. Now, I've been playing pool for 50 years. The pocket's been in the same place for 50 years, and I certainly do not know where the center of the pocket is, and I think I did hit dead center one time. The other 9 times I missed it. And look at these two that are well away from center, and look at these two that are well away from center. Well, that means that if I'm shooting under the curtain, then I'm effectively moving what I think is the pocket by as much as a couple of inches or more. That's not acceptable. With CTE, the pocket remains fixed. All that you have to do is know the visual that connects with the right angle and the pivot direction. So that's not something you learn overnight, because there's a zillion different possibilities for cue ball object ball relationships on this 5,000 square inch playing surface. So it's your job over time to assess cue ball object ball relationships and how to align to them. That's a lot better than spending a lifetime guessing at contact points. Now, somebody's going to say, well, I know where the side pocket is. Yeah, if I stand right here and I point right at the side pocket, I can probably align myself pretty much dead center into the other side pocket. But we have the same problem with this as we had with that. When I step over here to shoot this shot, now I'm guessing at where that pocket is. I lost my almost 100% objective reference here. Now I'm in a guessing mode. With CTE, I'm not in a guessing mode. I know how to explain where to put your eyes in order to see a perception that connects with that right angle. So your job is going to be to see the perception and know the alignment. So I automatically know here what the alignment is to that pocket. So I'm going to fall right into this with an outside alignment, and center cue ball is my target. No guessing. Now, the closer I am to right here, then the better I can shoot this shot conventionally. But I don't need I don't need this objective alignment right here. I know what the relationship of this ball is to that right angle, and I'm not moving the pocket around. So when I line up to shoot this, the cue ball becomes my target, and the object ball goes into the heart of the pocket. So when I look at this ball right here, I have to know its relation to this right angle right here. When I look at it, I have to determine, would it be thin or would it be thick to that pocket, and then I have to align my cue to the inside or to the outside for that shot. So I'm making my assessment on my visual. Now if I miss my visual in my pivot direction, I'll miss the shot. So the better I get with the system, the less mistakes that I would make like that. So let's see if I play this one right. So there's my inside alignment. And I made the ball. And it gives me an overcut alignment. So we can put this one here. Well, if I walk over here and do this, that's not going to do me any good, because now I'm guessing. And now I'm guessing again. So I have to look at this relationship right here, and there's only just a handful of perceptions that you have to know, and every one of them turns the shot into a straight in. So as I look at that shot, I have to, bam, I have to know the perception and how to align my arm to what it is that I see. There are no adjustments here at all. I'm lining my tip up to that cue ball to one specific tick that can be explained. So there will be some to watch this from the perspective that the glass is half empty. There will be some that will watch it from the perspective that the glass is half full. The ones that will watch it from the half empty perspective are trying to already conjure up what it is they're going to say to discredit what's in this video. So, you know, somebody's going to say, well, the pockets have been in the same place for 100 years. There's nobody on this planet that can come here and take this laser and point it to center pocket. You're going to miss center pocket a good portion of the time, which means you've moved the pocket. Well, that pocket is stationary, so you're in a disadvantage. With CTE, you're at an advantage, because there's enough objectivity on these two spheres right here. They've got centers and edges, and they've got quarters that allow you to use perceptions that can be repeated over and over and over. So as I line this one up, I have to know the relation to that right angle. That's because I've studied the system. I've shot a lot of shots. Repetition. That allows my visual intelligence to learn at the snap of the finger what these perceptions are and what the pivot directions are. You know, a lot of people laugh at what is visual intelligence. Well, you don't have to go very far to figure out what it is. We're all smart in different ways. And, you know, I grew up in education, or, you know, I taught school for 35 years, 37 if you want to count the substitute teaching that I did. And schools measure intelligence primarily, you know, based on reading and language and math ability. Well, that's not what pool is. Pool has two completely different intelligences. Visual intelligence. When you look with your eyes at this situation right here, it's not just a window that you're looking through. There's a computer program basically assessing this. So with CTE, you're just programming the computer. That's what you're doing. One of the reasons that it's been hard to describe centered edge aiming is because language intelligence is a separate entity from visual intelligence. So I've had to study visual intelligence in order to put a set of words with it. Well, the set of words don't always suit everybody, and they probably never will. But I'm as close now as I think I can be. I think I'm about as perfect as I can be for assigning a set of words from the linguistical side of intelligence to the visual side. Now, if you get the visual side down, then the physical intelligence basically just follows what the eyes see. That doesn't mean that it's easy to learn to stroke the cue and all that, but once you learn what to look at, then your alignments become 10 times easier because you got that piece of the puzzle out of the way. That's why your mechanics and your fundamentals improve so quickly with CTEs, because you don't fiddle around with alignments, steering and all that stuff. Steering doesn't happen with CTE if you do it right. Okay, let's see if I can ring the bell on this one. So, I think you get the idea. I'm lining up, I've got my eyes in a certain position that I can explain in relation to those two spheres. I know what to look at, I know how to get there. I know how to get your arm here or wherever it's supposed to be, lined up to a single tick on that cue ball. There's a little process that happens, boom, bam, boom, and you're lined up as quick as you would be doing anything. So, it takes a little work to learn this, but my goodness, it's a professional aiming system. You're not going to learn it overnight. I think Landon would tell you that he was a good 7 or 8 months into CTE. Tyler Steyer, great young player from up in the Wisconsin area, that's teaching CTEs, playing at a professional level. He would probably tell you it took him 8 or 10 months. He called me all the time. What's this shot? What's the visuals? What's the pivot? Hungry young man, great teacher. Got Stevie Moore down in South Carolina. He's been hard at it. I'll tell you what, he is after it all the time. If I say, Stevie, I've got something, he gets in his car and drives up here. He's not just telling you he knows CTE. He's hard at it. Then we got Bob Nunley over in Arkansas. Bob's been using CTE successfully for a few years now. So I try to keep these individuals up to speed. They've all been here multiple times. They're not afraid to get on the table and go to work. That's what pool's all about, is going to work. This is good knowledge. This is good knowledge. So if you want to learn to play the game the right way, you need to be bringing your cue in from the side, not in over top. If you're bringing your cue in over top, like this, that's a good indicator you're on the guess line. If you bring your cue in from the side, that's a lot stronger indicator that your visual intelligence is trying to lead you into the right way of playing the game. So whether you do anything at all based on CTE or not, if you're trying to bring your cue down on a straight line, you are playing a guessing game. If you're bringing your cue in from the side, listen to your body, listen to your eyes. They're trying to get it right for you. The beauty about CTE now is that there's a set of words that describe how all this process is done. I don't need to say this again, but I will. Professional players have a hard time telling you how they're aiming. They're not kidding you when they tell you they have a hard time explaining it to you, because it's a process that is unfolded to them over a number of years that's based on visual physical intelligence. There's not supposed to be words for that. It wasn't supposed to be that you could aim one sphere into another in an objective manner. Well, I'm here to tell you that my 10 years worth of work is not in vain. DVD 1 was a great step forward. DVD was a huge step forward. What I present to you in the book, that will be framed work, free on online videos, because I don't want anybody to think they have to buy the book to get the information. That's not the way I operate. But it will be a great book, make no mistake about that, because it's taken me 3,000 hours to put it together. And then I'm going to do free clinics. Those that are trying to discredit me and take me down, once again, you all, if there's a most valuable player, I could probably assign it to you all, because you all have been the fuel that's driven me to get this job done. So, you know, it's been a long, hard journey, but it's been a passionate journey for me. I love this game and I love learning, and the only reason that I'm here is because Hal Hoole intrigued me with something that seemed out of the realm of possibility. But never once did I hate on him. Never once did I knock on him. I didn't ever really lose any faith in what he said. I looked at him and I said, that's an honest man. He's telling me the truth. So what I did was I went to the table. And I worked and I worked and I worked for 15,000, 20,000 hours to try to put the pieces of the puzzle together that were available. So all of that is coming soon. Thank you once again, and so long till another time.